Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
Last night, all of the pregame attention was on Albert Pujols, but it was Jered Weaver who shut down the Redbirds with a pitching gem, and Mark Trumbo who saved the day with a defensive showstopper. Tonight, the Halos look to stay hot as they go for their 8th consecutive win. Cardinals, Angels, next. Solid ball game all around for the Angels last night against the St. Louis Cardinals. We continue the homestand tonight here from the Big A with game number 2 of the 3-game set between the Cards and your Angels. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A and alongside my partner, Mark Gubicza, Victor Rojas. So glad you could join us once again for Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. Last night, of course, Jered Weaver was on the mound, was able to pick up not only win number 2 on the season, but career win number 104, tying with his brother Jeff. And if you're going to get some pitching, you might as well throw in some defense, and Mark Trumbo certainly did that late in the game.
Yeah, we talked about it in Houston, how Josh Hamilton was able to save the game for Joe Blanton. Certainly the same situation last night for Mark Trumbo. Sometimes the glove is mightier than the bat, and that was the case last night for Mark Trumbo. This baseball is by him with the bases loaded. Backhand, perfect throw to Erick Aybar and then over to Scott Down. You can't do this any better. You have no idea how difficult it is to turn a 3-6-1 double play. He was in position there at first base, Scott Down, but it was the perfect feat from Trumbo to Erick Aybar to be able to get away from the slide, be able to finish off that inning and get the victory.
Yeah, you can't forget that big strikeout of Matt Adams prior to that double play that Mark Trumbo started. Let's talk a little bit about the offense. 9 total hits yesterday, all singles, but they certainly made him count.
The approach was perfect, Victor. You're facing a sinker ball pitcher, doesn't elevate much at all. So when you keep the ball down like that, just go out, simplify your approach, and get those singles. 6 singles in the second inning, produced 5 runs. They did not overswing. They got into fastball counts, and they went right with the pitch. Either it was the other way or up the middle, and a lot of success with that comfortable approach there for Angel hitters against a very good pitcher in Lance Lynn.
Yeah, speaking of Lance Lynn, another good right-hander on the mound for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's Shelby Miller going for the Cards. The Angels will counter with Jerome Williams, trying to make it 8 in a row here at the Big A. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A, so sit back and relax. I'm going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. Angels baseball. Gorgeous night for baseball here at the Big A. Game 2 of this three-game set between the Angels and the St. Louis Cardinals. The Halos with the win yesterday, now 40-43 on the year. The Cardinals, on the other hand, 49-33, still in second place in the National League Central. 2 games back of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Matt Carpenter will lead things off, play second base. John Jay jumps up to the 2-hole. He will be in center field. Carlos Beltran back-to-back starts out at right field. Alan Craig is in left. Yadier Molina is doing the catching. Matt Adams at first base. David Freese serving as a DH once again. Daniel Descalso is the starting third baseman. He'll bat eighth. And Pete Cosma, the starting shortstop, batting ninth. Taking on Jerome Williams, comes into this one with a 5-3 mark and a 3.21 ERA.
Yeah, very solid game last time out against the Astros in Houston. 6 1/3, just 1 earned run allowed. Very good sink on the fastball, both inside and outside. 92, 94, cut fastball, curveball, slider, changeup.
First one tonight to Matt Carpenter. A little sinking fastball that catches the outside corner. It's an 0-1 count. Carpenter last night 1 for 4, had a double, his 24th of the year. 321 batting average, 7 home runs, 32 runs batted in on the season. And 395 on base percentage. Bounces this one right back to the mound. 1 out. Let's check out the Angels defensively behind Jerome. J.B. Shuck is in left. Mike Trout is in center. Josh Hamilton in right. The infield consists of Alberto Callaspo, Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick, and Mark Trumbo around from third to first, and Hank Conger tonight behind the plate.
And if Jerome Williams is on his game, he's going to get a lot of ground balls, and Mark Trumbo should be active at first base. He's made 2 errors in 50 games at first base this year. Great double play. 3-6-1 game-saving double play last night, turned by Mark Trumbo.
Here's John Jay, the center fielder. 241 average this season. Has 4 home runs and 33 RBIs as he looks at a strike. Jay last night went 0 for 3. He's also hit by a pitch. A good pitch down at him. 0-2.
Good cut fastball. Fastball 2-seamer away. Cut fastball in off the plate. Wonder if we'll try that 2-seamer inside now.
Called strike 3, a 2-seamer. Down goes Jay, 2 outs. And as Carlos Beltran steps to the plate, we will take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
Motley Crue, same old situation. Jerome understands the importance of pitching well, especially early in the game, especially when you're facing a Cardinal lineup that could swing the bat like this, and you're locked up against a young flamethrower in Shelby Miller. Well, that's a great sequence. Cut fastball in, a la Greg Maddux, comes back with a 2-seam fastball. John Jay takes that pitch as it catches the corner.
Beltran swings the first one, bounces it foul. Carlos had a 1 for 4 game yesterday, hitting .307 on the season. 19 home runs and 50 runs batted in. It's a Cardinals team that leads the National League in a lot of offensive categories. As that pitch misses low, evens a count at 1-1. First in hitting, first in runs, first in on-base percentage, second in slugging, third overall in pitching staff ERA. One way inside. 2 balls and a strike. They have 4 guys in the top 10 in the National League as far as hitting is concerned, led of course by their catcher Yadier Molina.
Pretty amazing when you think about the numbers Molina has put up offensively. I mean, he's so good defensively behind the plate.
3 balls and a strike. Yadier was in the 2 spot last night, hitting in the 5-hole tonight. 3 balls and a strike, 2 outs, just underway here at the Big A. Grounder and a strikeout. This one bounced to second. Howie's got it on 2 hops and a 1-2-3 inning for Jerome Williams. We will head to the bottom of the first. J.B. Shuck, Mike Trout, and Albert Pujols to face Shelby Miller with no score. We will now check out Mike Scioscia starting 9 for the Angels. Third place in the American League West at the start of the day. 8.5 back in the division leading Oakland Athletics. J.B. Shuck will lead things off, and he'll play left field. Mike Trout in center. It's Albert Pujols at DH. Josh Hamilton in right. Howie Kendrick in second. Mark Trumbo in first. Alberto Callaspo will play third. Hank Conger batting eighth, doing the catching, and Eric Ibar batting ninth and playing shortstop as they take on the young phenom, former first-round pick, right-hander Shelby Miller.
Shelby Miller has a fastball 92 to 96. Very, very good curveball, changeup, and occasional cut fastball. Those over 70% of his pitches are fastballs, and he's got a good one.
Miller just 22 years of age, 19th overall selection in 2009. Did get a little taste of big league life last year, pitching in 6 games, had 1 start, 1-0 and a 1.32 ERA. He's got a 2.79 ERA this season, but he's coming off back-to-back tough starts. And the first one tonight is in there for a strike. J.B. Shuck 2 for 4 last night, hitting .293, has 10 doubles, 1 triple, and 20 runs batted in, filling in for the injured Peter Bourjos. It's down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bourjos placed on the 15-day disabled list prior to the game yesterday. Colin Cowgill, recently acquired, is on the team. As a matter of fact, we saw him as a defensive replacement late last night. 1-1. Shuck fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Boy, Miller creates a real good downward action on his fastball. He's been 92, 94, 96. Works downhill very effectively. Not a ton of movement on his fastball. A lot of 4-seam fastballs from him.
Breaking pitch. Did he go around? No, he didn't. Todd Tichenor, the third base umpire, says he did not go. The count even at 2-2. Miller back-to-back seasons as the #1 prospect in the Cardinals organization. Now the 2-2 outside, full count. Mentioned he's had back-to-back tough outings against 2 American League Western Division opponents, pardon me. Took the loss against Texas 2 starts ago, giving up 4 runs on 8 hits, 5 2/3, and his last time out gave up 5 runs on 6 hits in an inning and 2/3 against Oakland. This one's popped up. Shallow left center field. It is Alan Craig, the left fielder there, makes the grab. And there's out #1. Let's check out the Cardinals defensively. Craig, Jay, and Beltran in the outfield from left to right. Descalso, Cosmo, Carpenter, and Adams in the infield from third to first. Molina behind the plate.
And speaking of Alan Craig, playing left field tonight, he's played left field, he's played right field, he's played a number of games at first base. Very versatile, hasn't affected his offense one bit. 1 outfield assist in the left field position so far this season. 3 overall in his career playing left.
1 out, nobody on for Mike Trout. Trout had an 0 for last night, 0 for 4, but did pick up an RBI, his 53rd. That was on the Carpenter error. Mike hitting .311, has 13 home runs, 25 doubles, 6 triples. 1-0. Breaking pitch drops in there, 1-1.
Well, it's a pretty good battle of 2 tremendous young players. Mike Trout, 21 years old. Shelby Miller, 22.
Fastball off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Doesn't waste a whole lot of time either. 3 balls and a strike now.
Clearly that's the philosophy of Cardinal pitchers, not wasting any time. Going to throw a lot of strikes with the fastball. A lot of 4-seam fastballs we've seen in the last 2 nights.
Challenged him at 96 on a 3-1 count. It's full now with Pujols on deck. Here's the payoff. Jammed him. It's fouled back.
And that one at 97. Little change in philosophy as far as pitchers for this Cardinal club. When Dave Duncan was the pitching coach, a lot of pitch to contact sinker ball pitchers, but the philosophy now, four seam and gas.
Rifled out to right field. A 1-out single for Mike Trout, puts a man on for Albert.
That's a pretty good approach. Some tough pitches throughout that sequence against Trout. Fastball away, but it was down. Good pitch from Miller, but a better swing from Mike Trout. Four-seam fastball away, stayed with the pitch. We talked about that in the opening about the approach last night. Wherever the pitch was thrown, that's the attack mode.
Albert last night 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts. 247 batting average, 13 home runs, 49 runs batted in. The first one is a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. Albert very happy that all of the hoopla is over with, having to deal with that yesterday before the game. One of his former teammates. He called it a little weird.
I can imagine all the success he had as a Cardinal.
Fouls this one off to the right.
And then all your friends over there, still a majority of the team you know so well.
Ball and a strike with 1 out. Trout over at first base. Mike with a pretty good lead at first as well. Time was called. Pujols asked for it. It was granted by Dale Scott, the crew chief and home plate umpire tonight.
This might be an opportunity for Mike Trout to run because Shelby Miller has allowed 8 stolen bases in 10 attempts. You have one of the best catchers we've seen in a long time behind the plate in Molina, and great speed at first.
One breaking pitch fouled off to the right. 1-2 now.
Again, the Angels have a pretty good idea in a book on the tendencies of a pitcher, and when Shelby Miller's ahead of the count, we've seen a number of breaking balls. So that's the time as a base stealer you think that's your best opportunity to try to steal a base. So with a 1-2 count, Trout may be thinking that Shelby Miller's going to throw Pujols a breaking ball.
This is looped out toward left center field. Long run for John Jay. The center fielder is there, though. Makes the catch for out number 2. Pujols jammed on that fastball. So Trout back to first. 2 outs now. Josh Hamilton, the batter. Josh had a 1 for 4 game. Shot a base hit through the left side. 223, 10 home runs, 29 RBIs. Quick throw to first. A little bit of a high throw, but Adams is a big dude over there.
Well, John Jay playing extremely deep in center. Generally, you see him playing shallow. Beltran always plays a deep right field. So if Hamilton gets a base hit in the outfield, certainly allow Mike Trout to go first or third rather easily.
Miller really taking his time. Great pitch, great location, in on the hands of Hamilton. 0-1.
When Miller had a start back on May 10th against Colorado, where he gave up a leadoff hit and then retired 27 batters in a row with a CG and shutout.
Oh, 2.
Mike Trout thought that Miller did something. Well, he's pointing as if he did something with his front knee, it looked like. See if he committed a balk. Trying to get a read. Base stealers try to figure out a pitcher's tendencies. Does he bend the back leg before he delivers the baseball home? Does he fall forward?
And he got him with a high fastball. Hamilton saw 3 fastballs, goes down swinging. We have played 1 here in Southern California. We're scoreless. Jerome Williams to face Craig Molina and Adams. The Cardinals half of the second. Take a look at the standings brought to you by Kia. Mention the Angels at 3rd place in the West, 8.5 games back with that 7-game winning streak. Now 3 games under 500.
Trying to get closer and closer to that 500 mark as the All-Star break is right around the corner for Mike Scioscia and the Angels.
Alan Craig, the left fielder, leading things off. The first one is just off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Craig had a 2-for-4 game last night. .320 batting average, 9 home runs, 63 RBIs. One ball, 1 strike. 63 runs batted in for Craig, second in the National League. Paul Goldschmidt, the Arizona Diamondbacks. 1-1. Off speed is low. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think about Jerome. He'll use all his pitches: 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball, cut fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. Try to keep all those pitches at the knees on the corners.
A bouncer foul. That's where he wants to live too, especially if you're Jerome Williams with that movement. Anything up, it starts to flatten out. He becomes very hittable.
Yeah, we talk about this 4 quadrants of the strike zone. He's a pitcher that tries to avoid it, like Lance Lynn last night. Tried to stay in the lower quadrants, both inside and outside, not the upper part of it.
Jerome's coming off a nice start. There's Lance Lynn. Took the loss last night. 2-2. Down and away. Full count. That start for Jerome. Houston gave up a run on 5 hits, 6 1/3 innings. Had no decision in that one as he left. It was a 1-1 tie. Weaver last night 7 innings and picking up his 2nd of the year. 104th of his career. Payoff pitch. Bouncer foul.
Yeah, I got a chance to have a conversation with him earlier today. We talked about how during the course of the game he threw over 30 pitches at 88 miles and above during the course of his 100+ pitch, 105 pitches thrown, and he was happy about that. He said his arm strength is coming back, and he was really excited about the fact is finally, after missing all that time with the fracture in his left elbow, he's starting to get arm strength back.
He looked good. Now it's been back-to-back starts for him. It's Detroit and now the Cardinals, two very good offenses. So if you're going to gauge as to what you have and what you're capable of doing the rest of the way, those are two pretty good teams to kind of have as a measuring stick moving forward.
You can't get away with mistakes in those two lineups. He threw the ball well with his fastball, but also his command of his changeup and curveball and slider were very good.
A couple of foul balls by Allen Craig, keeping his at-bat alive. Full count still. Yadier Molina on deck, and then Matt Adams. Jerome with a 1-2-3 first, including a strikeout. Almost got him to chase it, and it's a walk. Leadoff man is on board.
One thing we know about Molina, he's going to be out there hacking early in the count, especially if it's a fastball.
National League's leading hitter after going 2 for 4 last night. 347 batting average now. 6 home runs, 44 runs batted in. Jerome falls behind. 26 doubles for Yadier. And two teams matched up here tonight that both will hit into a lot of double plays. Cardinals have hit into 83 of them,
which leads the National League, and the Angels lead the American League.
That is driven out toward left field. Is it going to hang up for Shuck? No, drops in for a hit. So a walk and a single now, puts 2 on with nobody out here. The second for St. Louis. Matt Adams coming up.
His approach is amazing at the plate. Considering when he first came up to the major league level, he was known for his defense. He works so hard with his swing. Consistently drives the ball hard. That timing mechanism with his front foot and drive through the baseball, especially when it's something on the inner half against him.
Adams, the first baseman, had a 1 for 4 game yesterday. Hit a double down the right field line. 314 batting average. Has 6 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Fouls off the first one. Adams, 23rd round pick by the Cardinals in 2009. Looks at a strike, and it's 0-2. Jerome had an easy 10-pitch first inning, having to work here after the leadoff walk to Craig and a lot of foul balls. A single to Molina. Pretty good miss there.
Yeah, great location, a 2-seamer. Try to catch the outside part of the plate at the knees and just off the corner, but it's a great miss. Because now as a hitter, you got to respect that fastball away because you don't think the umpire is going to give you 2 pitches that are that close to the plate. I wonder if Jerome's going to change pitch sequence here. Didn't seem like he was comfortable throwing that pitch on the outer half. I wonder if Hank's going to switch it up now.
There's the 1-2. Yeah, just off the end of the bat. Good off speed.
It looked like he did change. That's when you see a pitcher turn around and fake move to second because he's indecision on what pitch he wanted to throw. Hank recognized that, came with a changeup at that point.
Looking for that first down here in the second inning. Adams almost went around on the high fastball. Evens a count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jerome taking the place of Jason Vargas in the rotation. Jason having had surgery to remove a blood clot under his left armpit. Looks like and sounds like everything's progressing nicely for Jason.
Yeah, surgery went well. Very optimistic for an earlier return.
Now the 2-2. Adams takes outside, so from 0-2 to 3-2. Jerome being extremely cautious against Adams. You've got David Freese, a DH on deck. Got to be frustrating for Mike Butcher and Mike Scioscia going from 0-2 to a 3-2 count. This one's fouled off.
Yeah, because then you're forced into a fastball count, and clearly Adams is a guy that likes to be able to get his arms extended and be able to drive a fastball. So you've taken away that opportunity to go inside with a cut fastball or a four-seam fastball inside. You're more apt to middle away now.
Craig at second, Molina at first. Another 3-2 on the way, and he walked him, and they are loaded up. And that'll prompt a visit, I'm sure, from Mike Butcher. Let your defense do some work.
Especially when you think about how he got Carlos Beltran out to end the first inning. It was in a fastball count. He ran a little two-seamer start at middle of the plate and had running action away, and he rolled over, hit a ground ball to second. That's the thought process you have to have. You got to believe in the movement of your fastball. Start middle and then run it down and away.
Dale Scott out to break up the meeting of the minds. Infield will be playing back, looking for that double play ball. Worried about getting outs, and they are runs right now, or giving up runs right now.
Yeah, you're trying to minimize the damage. We have a guy up now, and David Freese, who can hit into a double play, hit into 10.
Trumbo, the first baseman, is playing in. About at the cut of the grass. Cayaswell back a couple of steps. Freese had a 2-for-4 game last night, including a double. Here's the first one. Taps out with foul.
He started that ball in the middle part of the plate and trusted movement. That started right in the heart of the plate, but then ran in. That's what Jerome's mindset has to be. Trust his movement, especially with his two-seam fastball.
Freese hitting .281, has 5 home runs and 28 runs batted in. He's got Allen Craig at third, Yadier Molina at second, Matt Adams at first. 0-1 pitch. This is a bouncer foul up the third base line. 0-2. Manager Mike Matheny got a nice job with the St. Louis Cardinals.
Certainly not an easy task to take over for a guy that was so successful there, Antonio La Russa. Not a lot of experience either. A very good job taking him into the postseason last year.
Former big league catcher. 0-2. Little roller off the foot. The count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Freese had a couple of seasons in the minor leagues in which he struggled as far as games played because of some ankle injuries. Another 0-2 from Jerome. Breaking ball smothered by Conger, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Gives you a lot of confidence as a pitcher when you can throw a breaking ball in the dirt like this and have your catcher block this pitch. Great technique by Hank Conger, keeping that in front, not allowing that baseball to get away, blocking it and getting up quickly to locate the baseball.
It seems, that especially in this inning, that when he's gotten to 2 strikes, that almost like he's trying to throw the two-seamer for a strike. A lot of those pitches have been up, especially with Allen Craig and all his foul balls.
It seems like he's dropping his elbow, trying to create more movement. If he brings his elbow up just a little bit, he's going to have great downward action and still create deception.
This is a bouncer toward the left side. Callaspo cuts it off, goes to first, and the Cardinals have a 1-0 lead as Freese picks up the RBI on the ground out. Got the ground ball, but just not hit hard enough to turn a double play.
That one had some pretty good movement, starting it away, trying to run that back and catch the corner. That action with the wrist. Freese beats it into the ground, but hit too slowly to be able to turn 2. So he gets an RBI, and it, of course, advances both base runners too, both in scoring position.
Middle infielders playing back. Callaspo in at third. Trumbo about halfway at first. Molina at third. Adams at second. Descalso, the third baseman, the batter. He swings the first one and pulls one fair inside the bag. That'll bring home 2. Descalso on his way to second with a 2 RBI double. St. Louis leads at 3-0. Well, the Angels jumped ahead with a 5-run second inning last night. St. Louis, courtesy of a couple of walks. A big double here by Descalso, leads at 3-0.
They are aggressive, and they're going to jump on first pitch. If you don't locate it well, you're going to see these type of results. This ball was up. Descalso hits that right down the line and by Trumbo. Driving in a couple. Getting now 25 RBI, 13th double of the season.
Pete Cosmo, the shortstop, up, 1 out. We'll look at the strike. Again, it's all about gifting base runners. Via the walk, 2 of them in this inning. Both have come in to score. Especially with a team like this. You can swing the bats. 0-1 on the way. Cosmo swings and misses 0-2.
An extremely good hitting club with runners in scoring position, both with less than 2 outs or even with 2 outs.
Cosmo last night 0 for 4. 241, has a home run and 27 runs batted in. A pretty good pitch right there, 1-2.
See if this pitch even missed the strike zone. Was well located. And this slightly off the strike zone, according to our Fox track.
.29 pitches so far here in the second. 1 out, man at second base. 3-0 St. Louis. This one's off the end of the bat, foul. Cardinals on the year, 27-17 out on the road. So look at that team batting average since May 14th. And they've done the job, especially all season long, with men in scoring position.
And the Angels and the Cardinals, the top 3 teams as far as batting averages since May 14th. Again, they're very, very aggressive. They generally don't work a lot of walks. So they're up there hacking early in the count, looking for a fastball.
Two outs. Fans, now's the perfect time to reserve a suite rental for the season. Suites offer 12 to 36 guests the opportunity to enjoy the game in a private and luxurious atmosphere. To reserve your suite today, just call 888-796-HALO or log on at angels.com/suites. 2 outs now. Descalso stood at second base, and here's Matt Carpenter. Second baseman and leadoff man bounced back to Jerome in the first inning.
He's had a very solid season, especially with runners on. 379 average. 30 4 extra base hits this year for Carpenter.
Cardinals last night went 1 for 7 with men in scoring position, dropping their season average to .333. This one's looped out toward right center field, not hit very deep. Off the end of the bat, falls in. 4-0 Cardinals. An RBI single for Matt Carpenter picks up his 33rd RBI.
His fastball was up. It was on the outer part of the plate, but anytime you see a flare into the outfield, most times it's an elevated pitch. And all at the end of the bat, but still found the outfield grass for a base hit and an RBI, giving the Cardinals now 4 runs here in the second.
Here's John Jay, the center fielder, struck out looking in the first. 0-1. 34th pitch that Jerome has thrown this inning. And again, it hasn't necessarily been a struggle of him getting ahead. He just hasn't been able to finish anybody off. Cardinals don't run a whole lot. Last in the National League, 19 stolen bases as a team. Carpenter has 1. Yeah, but 2 outs. The Angels, I guess, wanting to pay attention to Carpenter.
One stolen base has been caught twice. Conger has been throwing the ball very well behind the plate.
Four runs on 3 hits for St. Louis here in the second. This is out towards center, hit well. Going back on it is Trout, still going back, leaps up, and it goes off his glove and over the wall. 2-run home run for John Jay makes it 6-0 St. Louis.
Almost able to rob John Jay of a home run. Leaps up. So off the end of the glove, and then the contact with the wall and the glove over the wall at the last second. Off of the glove of Mike Trout. Back to the wall. Leaps up. Ball at the end of his glove, but then the contact is made with the wall and jars it loose. Ends up being a home run. Great angle right here as he leaps up, and the contact with the wall jars it loose because the baseball initially was this off at the end of the glove.
Here's Carlos Beltran, who's ahead of the count now. 1 ball, no strikes. A 6-run second inning for St. Louis. John Jay with his 5th home run of the year. RBI is 34 and 35 for him. 2 balls and no strikes. Now 3-0. Beltran grounded out to Howie Kendrick to end the first inning. And a 4-pitch walk after the home run. 3rd walk issued by Jerome here in the second. That'll bring up Alan Craig. We go back and take a look at that home run that Jay hit.
As he leaps up, you can see how the baseball is right at the edge of the glove. And then the contact made with the arm, glove, and wall forces the baseball out of the glove. As a pitcher, you're just hoping for one of those magnificent plays by Mike Trout out in the outfield to prevent the 5th and 6th runs being scored against him.
Most runs that Jerome has allowed. Earned runs, anyway. Garrett Richards begins to loosen. Alan Craig led off the second inning with a long at bat. Eventually drew a walk. Came around to score on the David Freese RBI ground out. Now it's 5 out of the strike zone, and Jerome just can't find that zone all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's not even following through at the very end to be able to release the baseball.
Craig saw 9 pitches in that plate appearance. It started off this inning before picking up the walk. So it was already a tough matchup with Shelby Miller on the hill. Just got tougher. The Angels have spotted the Cardinals a 6-run lead here in the second inning. Two balls and a strike.
Boy, a lot of pitches thrown this inning for Jerome. 42 pitches in this inning for Jerome.
Two on the way. Craig lifts us from foul and out of play on the first base side. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Fifth home run of the year for John Jay, the center field. 35 RBI on the season for him.
Now the 2-2. Full count. Jared Richards is ready to go. More than likely Jerome's last batter if he doesn't get him out. Beltran's going to be off with a pitch over at first base. Trumbo playing behind him. There's the 3-2. And he walked him again.
It was the exact same pitch on a 3-2 count. His first at bat here in the second.
Now Mike Scioscia's seen enough. As Jerome Williams just came undone here the second. 4 walks and 6 runs. We got a pitching change. 6-0 Cardinals. Richards, and let's show you that home run once again that Mike Trout almost got at straightaway center.
Well, he reacted well, goes back to the baseball, finds the wall, looks up and leaps, and as the baseball as it just gets into the glove, the collision with the wall forced it loose. Matt Carpenter thought Trout did it again, and then looked at his third base coach and realized it's a home run before he slammed that helmet down.
Jerome Williams needed just 10 pitches to have a 1-2-3 first inning. 45 pitches in the second, could not get through the second. And it's not as if There were all kinds of extra base hits and balls driven out to the alley. Command, the biggest issue. 4 walks in this inning, and you cannot give a team like the St. Louis Cardinals gifts like that, because they will certainly capitalize it. Proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, they're just such a good offensive club. Their approach is excellent. Yeah, you can't give up any walks because they will make you pay, and they certainly have in this inning.
So in and out, who's in, who's out. Garrett Richards replaces Jerome Williams. Garrett 2-4 mark. 5.30 ERA in 28 games. That includes 4 starts. 56 innings, 61 hits, 37 strikeouts, and Mike Scioscia just looking for the last out here in the second. Yadier Molina the batter. Carlos Beltran at second. Alan Craig at first. Molina with a single and a run scored in this inning. Swings and misses at the first one.
Well, look, it might have been a cross-up. Get back through the signs there with a man on second. Judging from this swing and then the catch, he was looking for a slider. Fortunate enough to be able to catch that fastball, and fortunate enough it was low.
That's not the way you want it to happen. If you're going to get crossed up thinking fastball, getting a breaking ball,
especially when it's 96 with some movement.
It shouldn't happen either. I mean, because when the pitcher comes in, the catcher's usually on the mound and say, hey, you talk about those things, and sometimes as a pitcher you kind of get lost in the whole situation on the mound. A little soft bouncer, foul. It's an 0-2 count.
Certainly not used to seeing the opponent scoring any runs against the Angels of late. Last 5 games been very, very good as far as the pitching staff. It's one of those games for Jerome. Went away from what was successful in the first inning. He had great movement. He started those pitches in the middle part of the plate, then tried to throw everything on the corners, both in and away, and couldn't control the movement and fell behind, walked, and then got into hitters' counts, and the Cardinals made him pay for it.
0-2 count on Molina. 2 on, 2 outs. Breaking pitch pulled past Callaspo. That's a base hit. Make it 7-0 St. Louis. Molina with his second hit picks up his 45th RBI. That gets charged to Jerome.
And that was an 0-2 pitch. It was down, but it got too much of the plate. And Molina went down and got that breaking ball. Now, if it's on the outside corner or off the corner at 0-2, then you're not going to make that good a contact.
Matt Adams, a batter. He drew a walk in this inning. Also came around to score. Overthrown fastball from Garrett. It's 1 ball, no strikes. 7 runs, 5 hits. 4 walks picked up by the Cardinals here in the second. As this inning continues. This one pulled over to first. Trumbo's got it. This inning will finally come to an end. But 7 runs later, the Angels will play from behind against Shelby Miller. 7-0 Cardinals heading to the bottom of the second.
extra mile index. Howie Kendrick about hits. Most hits in Major League Baseball since May 14th, 61. Matt Carpenter with 62. Miguel Cabrera leading that pack, 64. And Manny Machado with 63, and probably 30 of them were doubles with Machado. He's on pace to break that all-time mark for doubles in a season. And Howie, he is a machine right now, driving the ball to all fields for the Angels.
Yeah, Manny Machado is 28, 29 shy of the all-time record. That's how ridiculous he's been with the extra base hit, the doubles anyway. Bottom of the second, 7-0. St. Louis on top. Shelby Miller back to work. Kendrick, Trumbo, Callaspo for the Angels here in the second inning. First one's in for a strike. Machado, by the way, with 38 doubles. With a little over a week to go before the All-Star break. We're at the halfway point now, anyway. At least every team's hit that magical 81 game point. 0-2. Kendrick last night 3 for 4, 323 batting average, 9 home runs, 38 RBIs. Now we're third in the American League at the start of the day as far as batting average is concerned. Miguel Cabrera leading it. Chris Davis just behind him. Davis had another big game for the Baltimore Orioles. A swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3. Down goes Kendrick. One out here in the second.
Well, you talk about free and easy cheese. Shelby Miller.
But how many times have we talked about that, especially when you are given the lead and don't go out there and screw around? Here it is. Here's first pitch fastball and go right after guys.
Until they catch up to that 96, 97. When you locate a four-seam fastball away at the knees, no matter what good a hitter you are, you're not going to make consistent contact against that pitch.
Trumbo looks at a breaking ball for a strike. So 4 pitches into this inning, 4 strikes for Shelby Miller. Trumbo 1 for 4 last night, had an RBI, 251 average, 18 home runs, 52 runs batted in. Game of the night last night as he swings through that one. 0-2.
It's 11 straight strikes for Miller.
In the air on the right side of the infield, Adams and Carpenter, and it's Adams who is just slightly taller than Carpenter taking charge. 2 outs.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to move him a whole lot.
No. Fans Friday is the next Wells Fargo Big Bang Friday, which of course makes sense. After the Halos take on the Red Sox at 7:05. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or log on at angels.com. Enjoy a spectacular post-game fireworks show
on a Friday.
On Friday, hence the name. Tomorrow there'll be a fireworks show. Remember, tomorrow the finale of this 3-game set. It's a 6:05 start here at the Big A with fireworks after that. 4th of July extravaganza as Callaspo takes down an it.
And a Wainwright on the hill for the Cardinals. The reigning pitcher of the month in the National League.
Two balls, 1 strike on Alberto. 1 for 3 yesterday with an RBI. 269 average with 4 home runs, 31 driven home. Three and 1. Mentioned Chris Davis had another big game. He went 2 for 4 with 3 runs batted in, hit another home run. There's a walk. Angels have a 2-out base runner for Hank Cochran. Davis now with 32 home runs and has 83 RBIs on the year.
Well, remember that time we were in Baltimore watching his approach through an early batting practice? The hitting coach was just throwing soft toss, and he was trying to drive the ball out to left field, and he was hitting the ball way out to left field.
Left and center. And that soft toss was happening along the third base line. I mean,
that's incredible strength to do that.
No doubt.
That's all your power.
1 ball, no strikes on Hank.
That was one of the coolest drills I've seen as far as trying to get a hitter to drive the ball the other way so well, and he's been able to do that.
Jim Presley, the hitting coach for the Orioles, was the guy that was given the soft toss to Chris Davis. And what's that? 5 miles per hour? I mean, if you had to put a number on it, 5 to 7.
Yeah, at most.
Ripped foul. Hopefully that didn't get anybody over there. 1 ball, 1 strike on Conger. Hank hitting .265. Has 4 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Earned some more playing time. Done the job offensively as well as defensively. 1 for 4 in Sunday's finale in Houston. One and 2.
Boy, does he have life on the fastball. And this is a starting staff without Chris Carpenter. He's always been their leader as far as their staff.
Breaking pitch hit in the air toward right field, hit pretty well. Beltran watches this one, gone. Big fly for Hank Conger. The Angels get on the board as they trail it 7-2.
That looked like after some good fastballs, tried something different. Hank Conger didn't miss it. 5th home run, 13th RBI. Got a curveball that stayed up. Boy, he crushed that baseball to right field. Breaking ball that just stayed out over the plate. Conger made him pay for that mistake.
Good to see the Angels scratch out a couple of runs after the Cardinals put 7 on the board at the top of the inning. 2-out walk to Kayasma, and the home run by Conger as Ibar went around on that one. It's an 0-1 count. Eric had a 1 for 3 game last night, picked up an RBI, his 32nd. Fifth of the year for Hank. This one's out toward left. Alan Craig comes in. The inning comes to an end, but the Angels do get on the board courtesy of Hank Conger's 5th home run of the season. We played 2 here at the Big A. Cardinals on top 7-2. At the Big A, Freeze, Descalso, and Cosma, the bottom third, due up. And Conger putting the Angels on the board with that 2-run home run. Speaking of home runs, it's time now for our AT&T Twitter poll question of the series. Which was your favorite World Series Game 6 home run? Joe Carter, Scott Spiezio, David Freese. The hashtags are just down below. Send us a tweet at Fox Sports West, and we'll give you an updated total a little bit later on. As of last night, Scott Spiezio's was edging out Joe Carter's.
Go Spiezio. Bad memories, that other one.
Yeah.
Joe Carter.
David Freese leading things off against Garrett Richards, who came in and got the last out of the second inning. Freese looks at a strike. Cardinals designated hitter 0 for 1, but did pick up an RBI. And at second, his 29th of the year. This one's down a line but foul. Seats she goes 0-2. With 50 total pitches thrown by the Angels in the top of the second. Joe Williams, by the way, an inning and 2/3, 4 hits, 2 punch outs, 2 walks, 7 runs all earned. One ball, 2 strikes. Williams sees his earned run average jump from 3.21 to 3.89 with tonight's outing.
Well, especially the movement he had in the first inning with his fastball. I thought it was going to be a good matchup for him because he could start that ball in the middle part and run it away. When you're facing this Cardinal lineup that likes to swing at the fastball. I'm thinking a lot of ground ball outs. He got 2 in the first inning.
Got Jace looking on the strikeout and that 2-seamer on the inside part of the plate. Two and 2. First time Garrett's been on the mound since Saturday in Houston. Went 1 inning in that one. Had a couple of strikeouts. Also allowed a hit. This one's pulled through the left side. A base hit. Fastball up in the zone, and Freese is on board with a leadoff single. We'll bring up Descalso. We'll go back to our Hyundai key to the game.
Well, we talked about the need for the same old situation from the starting staff. It's been so good for the last 5 games. 7 earned runs allowed. And knowing you're going to be facing a flamethrower in Shelby Miller, the need to put up some zeros early on. It was not the case. The Cardinals came out swinging in the second inning with 7 runs on 6 hits. They did get 4 walks, so they got some help also.
Oh, 1 count on the Cardinal third baseman, Daniel Descalso. 2 RBI double down to right field line in the second. 13th double of the year. RBIs 24 and 25 for him. Good breaking ball. 0-2.
At some point during this outing for Garrett Richards, you'd like to see him start mixing in his changeup also. Out of the bullpen, you don't get that opportunity to be able to utilize all your pitches too much. You're only out there for an inning or so, but today he's going to be out there for a number of innings.
One, 2. Bouncer foul. Well, we've seen that and said that quite a bit already tonight. A lot of foul balls. And everything's been firm. No off-speed pitches. And that's what was so effective for Jared Weaver last night.
That's what I said. That'd be a good opportunity now for Richards. He has a good changeup. See if you can get the Cardinal hitters out in front. Then all of a sudden that fastball's got a little more zip to it.
Foul at the plate. Free standing at first base, leadoff single for him.
Boy, a lot of foul balls, a lot of souvenirs in the stands today.
Extra innings in Texas. Seattle playing its 13th extra inning game. Just scored twice against Texas. They lead it 4-2.
I'm sure King Felix wasn't in the game at that point, but it's amazing when I saw the fact that King Felix has 18 career losses versus the Rangers.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Cubs taking an early 2-0 lead against Oakland. Sure, Derek Norris will erase that lead. He had a big game last night against the Cubs late. Oakland winning that one.
It's amazing how they continued the last year and a half to come back in games. Their bullpen, pretty good.
This one pulled through the right side. So back-to-back hits for the Cardinals. And just like the second inning, the first 2 guys have reached here to start the third. Again, everything firm from Garrett.
Has an excellent fastball, but it doesn't matter how hard you throw. If everything's pretty close to the same speed, hitters will time that.
Pete Cosmo, the shortstop, struck out in the second innings. He's 0 for 1. Oh, and 1. The game in Texas now a final. So Seattle now 6-7 in extra inning games this year, picking up the win. The bouncer toward the middle, should be 2. Ibar touches the bag, fires the first, 2 outs, a double play. Freese advances to third.
Another double play hit into by the Cardinals. 84 on the season. Jammed him. Ibar in position to field that right on the base and then avoid this takeout slide. Complete 6-3 double play.
By the way, the game in Texas decided by Kyle Seager. 2-run home run in the 10th off Robbie Ross. Lefty again.
Seager's pretty good against left-handed pitching. We talked about that at home when they were here this last homestand.
Unfortunately, we've talked about it way too often in his brief career. That pitch is in the dirt.
His approach is so smooth, especially when pitchers are away.
Matt Carpenter, the leadoff man. 1 for 2. Had an RBI single in the second, also scored. Bounced over to first, and Trumbull bobbles it, but Gathers it, fires a missile to Richards. It handcuffs him, and it's 8-2 St. Louis.
Tough one to handle as a pitcher going towards first base and trying to find the base. Tough play to in between hop. Trumbo realizing in his mind that he had to throw the ball quickly over to Richards. Right off the wrist.
And they got him at second base. But the Cardinals do get a run, and they lead it now 8-2.
Third as the Cardinals lead the Angels 8-2. Coming up later in the game, we'll have the Carl's Jr. Sports Update. The headlines: Max Scherzer goes for lucky 13. The trade wire heating up. A lot of arms. Talk about some big trades as far as clubs trying to improve their pitching staffs.
Trades already started yesterday as far as big name guys or bigger name guys. The Angels at the top of the order here in the eighth inning, or pardon me, the third inning. 8-2. Was that a Freudian slip? Wishful thinking? No.
You're thinking that the Angels are going to score 8 in the third. That's what you were thinking.
I'm buying if they do. I'm on record.
Sounds good.
Broken bat bouncer over to third. Scalzo gets rid of it quickly, and there's out number one. JB is 0 for 2 now. Brings up Trout. Trout with a base hit to right field in the first inning, so he's 1 for 1. Looks at a strike. .358 in the month of June. Shoots this one down the line, and that is a foul ball.
Well, that was real close. Real good angle. See if this baseball was indeed foul. And just foul.
No 2 count now on Trout. Pujols on deck.
That's a pretty good swing. facing a guy with a plus fastball.
1-2 now. Kind of the mentality of let him provide the power, no overswing. Two balls, two strikes. Seven hits for the Cardinals. They have 8 runs. They've stranded 2. The Angels have 2 runs on 2 hits. And Conger, 2-run home run with 2 outs in the second.
Hanks had himself a pretty good game so far. Throw out a would-be base stealer also to end the last inning.
Breaking pitch, shot back up the middle. Second hit of the night for Mike Trout. Puts a man on for Albert.
And right away out of the batter's box, Mike Trout was thinking if Jon Jay was going to relax on that baseball, he was going to try to go to second base. Well, you love to see that out of any player, especially a young player like Trout. Breaking ball, and he sees that right away. He's looking up to see if Jon Jay is going to aggressively charge that base hit. And when he did so, then he stops at first. But out of the batter's box, always the mindset, a double for Trout.
Albert with a fly ball to center field in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. Swings through the high fastball. Good mechanics too for Miller. Compact.
Those good shoulders too he's got. Keeps him square to the plate.
This one pulled off the foot. 1-2.
Well, they're throwing a lot of fastballs in at Pujols in these first 2 games.
Breaking pitch, got him looking. 2 outs. Albert doesn't like the call. Lets Dale Scott know about it. Brings up Hamilton.
Let's take a look at our lows. Never stop improving. Certainly an improvement in the approach and swing by Josh Hamilton of late. Doing a great job as far as working counts, getting the fastball counts. It's a 7-game hit streak, and the Angels have won all 7 games. They're on a streak hitting 400. Scoring 8 runs, 4 RBIs. Very aggressive on the base paths, too. 4 walks in there also.
Went down swinging his first time up. Miller now with 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 3 hits allowed. We've seen the Angels be able to chip away. Just in the third.
Well, a lot of game left. There's no question about it. If Hamilton could square one up, you cut the lead in half here. Well, you always like to see that too. If you're Josh Hamilton, have a young pitcher distracted, throwing over the first base, you're up by 6 runs. See if you can get something on the inner half, a mistake, and see if you can drive one.
Trout with 20 stolen bases on the year, has been caught 3 times. Long hold. Caught the corner. 1-1.
A huge gap in left center field. Alan Craig almost playing Hamilton as if he's a pull right-handed batter.
This one's popped up. Out of play on the third base side. 1-2 now. Cardinals with 7 in the second. The Angels got 2 back on the Conger home run, but then St. Louis got on a run on the error by Garrett Richards. Should have been the third out at first base, but Freese scored on the error. Pretty close pitch right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And had some life on that fastball too. At the knees and in the strike zone. Hamilton did catch a break on that one.
Yeah, Miller took a couple of steps toward the dugout. He was done with the inning. Two. Full count now. Trout will be off the pitch. Kendrick is on deck. The Angels have yet to have multiple base runners on board against Miller. Now at 53 pitches, 3 strikeouts and a walk. The man threw 4 no-hitters in high school.
You can see why. With this arm he has.
I mean, that's almost unfair.
Yeah. It's like, could you just move him up?
You go play
college
baseball. Exactly. Trout takes off the 3-2 and he lays off and he walked him. Second walk of the game for Miller. Puts 2 on now for Kendrick.
It's pretty good at bat really for Hamilton. Especially laying off a breaking pitch, 3-2. Former catcher never likes to see that. You're gifting runners when you're well ahead of the game. Was able to hold back, did not swing at that breaking ball in the dirt. That's what he's been talking about of late, not chasing breaking pitches out of the strike zone.
And obviously the wrist feeling much better. Otherwise, see him in pain on a check swing such as that.
Very difficult to stop your swing at that point.
Now he struck out of the second. 0 for 1. Trout at second, Hamilton at first. Great speed on the bases. He flips this one into the seats on the first base side. 0-1.
He went after Howie with 3 fastballs. Last at bat and struck him out on 3 pitches. Comes right back with another fastball. Very good in the month of May. Excellent in June and into July for Howie Kendrick. 368. And even his outs have been loud outs.
Down and in. Kind of rushed that one a little bit. A little slide step, right?
Really makes no sense at this point to do that, even with that good speed on the bases for the Angels with 2 outs. That's a time, especially as a power pitcher, you gather yourself a little higher leg kick because you're just trying to get this out here.
One. Now it's tied up on that fastball. 1-2 now.
.57 pitches, throwing 37 for strikes. What if Howie can get on base or do some damage? It gets very interesting with Mark Trumbo on deck. You don't even have to swing hard to get a ball out against Miller as hard as he throws.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Howie lifts it foul and out of play. Angels making Miller work here in the 3rd inning. 1 out single by Trout. Pujols then struck out, and Hamilton worked a walk.
20 pitches in the first, 22 here already in the 3rd.
Now the 2-2 again. Pitch spoiled a pretty good pitch too. We've seen the Angels come back. The game against the Seattle Mariners.
It's New York and almost able to pull that one off against CC Sabathia, who, by the way, won his 200th career game tonight.
Foul at the plate. No, a swing and a miss. They'll throw on to first to complete the strikeout, and the inning comes to an end. 3 complete here at the Big A. St. Louis leads at 8-2. Stomp Out Bullying, the leading national anti-bullying organization for kids and teens in the U.S. Stomp Out Bullying focuses on preventing bullying and all forms of digital abuse. It educates against racism and hatred, deters violence in schools and online, and helps at-risk students. To learn how you can help, visit StompOutBullying.org. Top of the 4th here at Angel Stadium. Cardinals leading it by the score of 8-2. They'll send up 2, 3, and 4 against Garrett Richards. It'll be John Jay, Carlos Beltran, and then Alan Craig. John Jay takes that one down low. Cardinal center fielder is 1 for 2. He struck out looking to first, hit a 2-run home run in the 2nd. That's the one that went off the glove of Mike Trout at straightaway center. One and one. Two and one now. The Angels have action in the bullpen. Michael Roth, left-handers up.
Still having a tough time getting a consistent release point for his breaking ball for Richards.
Falls behind at 3-1 now. This one line to third. 1 out.
On a 3-1 count, Richards coming with a fastball. Trying to maintain some balance. Good balance for him on this fastball. And using that pitching rubber for that push off and work downhill. And because he's in a fastball count, Jay was on that fastball, but Richard was able to get an out. Much better balance for him.
Beltran looks at his strike. 0 for 1 tonight with a ground down and a walk. Backhanded by Trumbo. 2 outs. A little bit better exchange than the one we just saw. It should have ended the 3rd inning.
He had some time to be able to lead Richards covering the base.
As you pointed out, not an easy play for Mark in that kind of have your back to the base runner. You don't know where he's at. You're trying to get the baseball as you bobble it. If you field it cleanly, it's completely different. But the minute you bobble it, all of a sudden everything speeds up in your mind.
Especially, Carpenter's a leadoff hitter, so you expect him to have good speed going down the line. So you have to feel in your mind as a first baseman, you have to hurry your throw. Now, the height of the throw wasn't the issue, it was how firm it was. And Richard trying to find the base at the same time as it fastball from Trumbo covering the base.
He was a pretty good pitcher in high school.
Yes, he was. He could bring it.
No official at-bats tonight for Craig. He's walked twice. Both of those were against Jerome Williams.
He had the exact same pitch, 3-2. Sliders away, did not chase. Didn't miss by a lot, but saw the ball well out of the hand from Jerome tonight, Alan Craig did.
Good breaking ball, 1-2.
When you look at his stats, it's 15 walks on the season and over 300 at bats. So not necessarily a patient hitter, but clearly he was reading the ball well out of the hand of Jerome Williams tonight.
That grazed him. On a 1-2 count, Craig will take his base.
Fastball up and in. Just grazing the elbow area.
So a man on, and Yadier Molina steps up. He's 2 for 2 tonight. 2 singles and an RBI. Five-time Gold Glover, perennial All-Star. And now with a chance to perhaps win a batting title.
How would you like to be a backup catcher for the Cardinals? Especially because all the pitching staff loves to throw the baseball to Molina.
That to me would mean job security, right? Because you have to have a backup catcher.
Yeah, there's no question.
If you learn how to just keep the old pie hole shut, you could be in St. Louis for a long time as a backup catcher.
Yeah, just go out and work with the staff.
That's it. Smile on your face.
Because Molina's going to catch a majority of the game. The pitchers just have such a good rapport with him. He's caught a lot of games amongst active catchers. A.J. Pierzynski leading that. Ramon Hernandez is behind him. And Yadier Molina with over 1,000 games caught. And remember, a lot of those games in St. Louis, which is extremely hot and humid.
Yeah. Tony Cruz is Caught 7 games this year.
Is that like being a backup quarterback for Tom Brady in New England?
Just cash the playoff checks. Shh, don't tell anybody. You don't need the spotlight. 3-1. He walked it. So a 2-out hit by pitch, and now a walk. And Mike Scioscia is going to come out, and maybe all for Garrett Richards. We've got ourselves a pitching change in the 4th. With St. Louis leading at 8-2.
Verse TV. Check availability at 1-800-PICK-ATT. Rethink possible. By CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax. Start here. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers.
Cardinals still on top by the score of 8-2, and with 2 outs, Garrett Richards hit a man with 2 strikes and then walked Yadier Molina. Mike Scioscia's gone to the bullpen. It's Michael Roth now on in relief. Michael's been with the ball club for just about a week now, but this is his first appearance since May 15th.
Had 14 innings pitched so far this year with 14 strikeouts. Has allowed 14 runs, most times elevating and making a mistake with his fastball.
10 games, 8 starts at AA Arkansas. 2-2 mark, a 3.61 ERA. We'll be facing Matt Adams, left-handed batter. Adams has drawn a walk and has grounded out, so he's 0 for 1. Craig, the base runner at second, Molina at first. One-0 pitch outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Roth's first big league start was back on April 24th against the Texas Rangers. Took the loss, gave up 5 runs on 6 hits, 3 1/3. His first big league appearance, picked up the win in relief.
Now he's put himself in a dangerous count against a left-handed batter with great power.
Throwing strikes tonight has been a big issue for all three Angels pitchers. Drum walked 4. Richards walked 1. It's a deep counts. 3-1. Top of the 4th. 8-2 St. Louis. Three-1 on the way from Roth. Adams rolls it off his foot foul. Trickles all the way out to Kendrick. And a full count. Base runners will be taking off at the pitch. The Angels tonight have thrown 100 pitches with 2 outs here in the 4th.
When you look back the way the game started for Jerome, the way he threw the ball, first 3 batters threw 10 pitches, 2 ground ball outs, and a called 3rd strike. Certainly wouldn't envision that many pitches thrown at this point of the game then. No.
Runners take off. The 3-2 pulled to Trumbo. Sharply hit. He bobbles it. Roth is at first. The throw is there. The foot gets down to the bag. The inning comes to an end. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. St. Louis leading it 8-2. The 4th inning. Denny's Family Sundays are the perfect way to spend time with your family on Sunday. Free activities for kids in the right field pavilion. They include a variety of games and arts and crafts. The next Family Sunday takes place.
Is it on Sunday?
Sunday at 5:05 against the Boston Red Sox. To purchase your tickets, visit angels.com today. These, I got to make these a little bit harder for you. Big Bang Friday and Family Sundays.
On Sundays. The boot.
Trumbo, Cayaspo, Conger and Shelby Miller here in the 4th inning. Miller with 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 hits allowed. Trumbo's 0 for 1. He popped out to Adams, the first baseman, his first time up. Breaking pitch lifted in the air to right. Carlos Beltran is there. 1 out. Halos have not been able to get the leadoff man on as of yet. Through 4 innings now. And Cayaspo will step up. Alberto worked a 2-out walk in the 2nd. And then Conger hit the 2-run home run. 5th of the year. Get the Angels on the board.
So he's been hot in his last 14 games. .385 average.
One 0 on the way.
That's a pretty good swing right there by Cayaspo. level, fouled it straight back. He's out working earlier on his fielding and throwing across the diamond.
One and two. Assortment of fastballs, both on the inside, outside part of the plate. Curveball.
Well, he's got a great fastball. His curveball is a little inconsistent.
And Callaspo goes down swinging for the second out.
Let's take a look at our AT&T U-verse rewind. Hank Conger in the second inning with one on. Callaspo worked a walk, then a breaking ball. That inconsistent breaking ball elevated. Conger crushes it out to right center field. His 5th home run, 13th RBI of the season. Done a nice job as far as throwing out a would-be base runner too in this game.
And Hank continues to increase his playing time with his performance, both offensively and defensively. Done a nice job calling games, 2 of late. We touched on in Houston about sometimes for a young player that all it takes is a little confidence, and you get some success, and all of a sudden you take off. This one's lifted into left field, not hit very deep. Alan Craig with a very long run is there, makes the grab, and the Angels go down in order. For the books, 8-2 St. Louis.
Big day for the Angels southpaw, Clyde Wright, 43 years ago today. He was the first no-hitter in Angels Stadium history, and Frank Tanana turned 60 today. Look at a little flashback. Clyde Wright trying to finish off the no-no. Man on, ground ball, 6-4-3 for the no-no.
He had a big play to that world-famous Clyde Wright barbecue before the game.
Oh, yeah.
There he is.
Same smile.
Yeah.
That Cold Hard Fact was brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
He hasn't aged a day.
No, not at all.
In that picture. Mural. Logo.
I'm sure he's real happy about that one.
It's a little Gomer Pyle looking, isn't he? But you were thinking it too, weren't you? Here in the 5th inning, bottom third of the order, free is Descalso and Cosma against Michael Roth.
Well, we did have Homer Bailey throwing a no-hitter last night.
I hope I don't see Clyde.
You know, I was looking at the last couple innings of that game by Homer Bailey last night, and the guys on the Reds said he looks like Christian Bell.
Oh, yeah.
Dark night.
Yeah, I can see that. Reading a graphic today, he averaged fastball for homer in that start last night. 93, it was 93.1 in the first inning. 96.3 in the ninth.
In other words, you're feeling it.
He
said from the 7th inning on, he said, you know what, I have no hit stuff. And then at that point, that fastball got even better.
Roth falls behind here, 3 balls and no strikes, and the Angels start to get action in the bullpen. Billy Buckner is up now and warming. And a 4-pitch walk. Sixth walk of the night for Angels pitchers. Garrett, by the way, went 2 innings, 3 hits, no strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 run, unearned. Daniel Descalso, the third baseman, up, just joining us. Jerome Williams got the start tonight. Could not get through 2 innings. Threw 10 pitches in the first, had a 1-2-3 frame, but then only could muster his 2 outs in the second. For St. Louis, knocked him out. 7 runs, all earned. 2 strikeouts, 4 walks for Jerome. This one pulled foul. Just wide of the bag.
Certainly a pull hitter. Doubled down the right field line earlier in the game. Big at bat against Jerome Williams in the second inning.
Adam Hamari, the first base umpire, has seen a lot of action at first tonight.
He's right on the line, so he's got a good view of it. And a good job getting out of the way of it.
Doing his best, Alfredo Griffin.
No wasted energy.
None. 0-2. Just off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 8 runs, 7 hits, no errors. 4 left on for St. Louis. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. And 3 left on for the Angels. Shelby Miller's thrown 70 pitches through 4 innings. That is up and in, and that hits him. So the first 2 have reached here in the 5th. Buckner just about ready to go in the bullpen.
This missed by quite a bit as far as location of the fastball, up and in, hitting the hand of Descalso.
Mike Butcher out to pay a visit. 14 pitches for Michael Roth. 1/3 of an inning, 3 batters, 9 balls, 5 strikes. That game at Oakland's 2-1 Cubs, bottom of the 6th inning at the Coliseum. Mentioned Seattle defeated Texas 4-2 in extra innings. Tigers took care of Toronto 6-2, and I won't spoil Carl's Jr. Sports Update. Boston defeated
Keep
San
that
Diego.
to yourself.
I will. Boston took care of San Diego 2-1 at Fenway. We'll see that too often, a 2-1 game at Fenway Park.
And there was warnings from the umpires as far as pitches thrown inside in that game early on.
Baltimore beat the White Sox. Runners go, throw down to third. Callaspo spins around and applies the tag, and they got him. Double steal attempt. But David Freese is thrown out for the first out.
Well, it's the second base runner Hank Conger is thrown out in the game. Callaspo was well off the base. Has to find the base, spin around, and apply the tag. Freese thrown out by quite a bit.
1 ball, 1 strike on Cosmo, the shortstop, 0 for 2. A strikeout and a play ball that he hit into in the 3rd. I think you take away from that throw down to 3rd by Conger. It's under control. Everything under control.
I had a long conversation with him today about that, what he's been doing and how he's been improving behind the plate. So had 5 of his last would-be base stealers. He mentioned earlier the confidence that Mike Scioscia has given him, but quiet behind the plate, not a lot of wasted movement, and even with the throw.
Yep.
Trust in his release.
That one caught the corner, gave it to count at 2-2. Cosmo hits one out towards center. Trout is there. 2 outs. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. 8-2 Cardinals. Top of the 5th, 2 outs. Man at second base. Leadoff man Matt Carpenter coming up. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Single with an RBI and a run scored. And that was in the 2nd inning.
Good to see Jason Vargas back. Next to his old teammate at Long Beach State, Jared Weaver.
One ball, one strike. Halos to the bottom of the 5th. We'll have Ibar, Shuck, and Trout coming up. Trout's 2 for 2 tonight. Conger has the other hit for the Angels, the home run, a 2-run shot in the 2nd. That's ripped into the right field corner. That will go for extra bases. 9-2 St. Louis.
Another extra base hit for Carpenter. 25 doubles. Along with 7 home runs and 3 triples. 2nd hit of the game.
Strike on the corner on John Jay. He's 1 for 3, 2-run home run in the 2nd inning. Been a while since the Angels had one of these types of games. Did give up 8 runs to the Tigers in that first game of the series at Comerica Park, but they scored 3 in the 9th to get the 8 runs. In the dirt, and it gets by Conger. Wild pitch. Advances Carpenter to 3rd.
One pitch straight in the dirt, gets underneath the glove of Hank Conger.
And a 2-1 count now on John Jay. 9-2 St. Louis. This one's line to left, make it 10-2. Jay picks up his 2nd hit, 3 RBIs on the night, giving him 36, and that's going to be it for Michael Roth. Pitching change yet again. We are still in the 5th with 2 outs. St. Louis is on top 10-2. Angels baseball is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Go big at a Jack in the Box near you with Jack's new Big Stack Burger. And by Kia. Visit your Southern California Kia retailers at mysocalkia.com. Cardinals on top 10-2, and it is Billy Buckner on a relief here of Michael Roth. It has been all St. Louis in this one. 7 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 so far here in the fifth. Those 2 runs being charged to Roth, and he's responsible for the guys on base.
Buckner's command of his fastball is so important for him. That overpowering 88 to 90. Good curveball and a changeup.
I said guys plural, but it's just one guy. It's John Jay at first. Carlos Beltran the batter.
Shelby Miller's had a lot of downtime in between innings. A couple of times in this game.
Beltran looks at his strike. The right fielder's 0 for 2. A couple of ground outs and a walk. He's also scored a run. Off the end of the bat, 0-2. 2 runs charged to Roth. I mentioned he's responsible for Jay at first. Seven allowed by Jerome. 1 by Garrett, unearned. 2 now by Roth. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down he goes on 3 pitches. The inning comes to an end, but St. Louis tacks on 2. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. 10-2 Cards. Fifth inning. Shelby Miller back to work. 5 strikeouts for him, 2 walks. He's allowed just 3 hits. Trout has 2 singles. Conger with a 2-run home run. Ibar, Shuck, and Trout for the Angels here in the 5th. Eric Ibar's 0 for 1, hit a fly ball to left field in the second. Miller's thrown 70 pitches so far. One ball, no strikes. Eric at 306 in the month of June. Evens up the count. The Angels as a team hit 279 in June. With that winning streak to finish off the month, finished a game over 500 in June. 14 and 13 overall that month.
Certainly a tough task as far as the offensive side when you're facing Lynn, Miller, and then Wainwright tomorrow. This Cardinal staff, very good starting staff.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, that coupled with giving them a 7-0 lead in the second inning. That just makes that starting pitching that much better.
And that's why we're talking the importance of Jerome tonight. As much as possible, put up some zeros early on to put the pressure on a youngster like Shelby Miller here.
Swing and a miss. Ibar goes down for the first out here in the 5th. And you haven't seen too many comfortable swings tonight against Miller, even though it's just been pretty much a healthy dose of fastballs and curveballs.
This at 97, and this is down below the knees. And you still can't catch up, though, as a left-handed batter.
You know, the beauty of that slow-mo camera right there, just showing you the angle, that downhill plane, which Miller works so well. Breaking ball for a strike on Shuck.
Yeah, we talked about that at the very beginning, how well he keeps his shoulders level and then works downhill. He's got good balance over the pitching rubber, then downward action on the fastball. Well, similar when you watch Matt Harvey pitch for the Mets, although a little slightly different body type, but similar drive to the plate and working downhill.
Oh, 2, bounce it back toward the middle. It's going to be a tough play for Carpenter. Comes up with a clean with a shot. Legs it out for an infield base hit.
And once that got over the head of Shelby Miller, that was going to be a base hit. There's no way Carpenter's going to throw out J.B. Shuck an infield hit for him. Right over the mound. Carpenter did everything he could. There's no way you're throwing out Shuck at first.
Trout 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. Takes a strike in the outside corner.
Definitely a believer in that four-seam fastball in the outside corner, especially early in the count. Great life in the fastball for Miller.
One ball, one strike.
Rare changeup. Pretty good changeup at 89. It's like Strasburg's got a changeup for Washington, 88 to 90 range on his changeup. Variation in speed, 97 best fastball, curveball 78. Came right back with another changeup.
That was up too. Danger zone, but Trout swings right through it. It's
Still,
1 ball, 2 strikes.
As a hitter, you're trying to catch up to a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, so your bat head speed's going to be out there a little bit quicker. Then you drop a changeup, even though it was upstairs. 10-mile-an-hour differential between his changeup and his fastball. That's why we talk about with Garrett Richards. He needs to start throwing that changeup like that. Even if it's a mistake sometimes up, the speed differential will always get a hitter out, especially when they're not expecting it.
Shuck over at first with 1 out here in the 5th. 10-2 Cards. 1-2. Off speed is popped up. They went 3 straight off speed pitches. Cosma, the shortstop, backing up. 2 outs.
Trout had 2 base hits on fastballs for Miller. Back-to-back-to-back changeups.
Here's Albert with 2 outs and 1 on. Fly ball to center and a strikeout. Albert 4 for his last 31. Lifts this one out toward right center field. Jay moving over, calls off Beltran. And the inning comes to an end. We've played 5 here at the Big A. St. Louis on top 10-2.
Coors Light. Breeze can. Mike Trout almost made a spectacular play on John Jay. In the second inning, reaches up, the baseball in the glove initially, but then the contact with the wall jarred it loose and over the wall for a 2-run home run for John Jay. Mike Trout almost robbed another home run. That Breeze Can was brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Billy Buckner back out on the mound to start this 6th inning. He struck out Carlos Beltran to get the Angels out of the 5th. Craig, Molina, and Adams for St. Louis here in the 6th inning. This one's fouled off to the right. Alan Craig twice has walked, and he's been hit by a pitch. No official at bat for him tonight. Craig, born in Mission Viejo, at the high school at Temecula, and then on to Cal. One. This one back up the middle. Lead off single. On base all 4 times. Fourth time tonight that Cardinals have had their leadoff man reach. Yadier Molina will step up now.
Pretty good indication why this team leads the National League in hitting. Some good approaches at the plate throughout this entire game. Jared Weaver was outstanding against them last night in 7 innings.
10 hits tonight for the Cards. Came in batting .274 as a team. Molina, he's been on board 3 times. 2 singles and a walk. Off the plate for ball 1. That'll be Adam Wainwright going for the St. Louis Cardinals tomorrow. Joe Blanton is going for the Angels. Finale of this 3-game set. And the Red Sox in town for 3 beginning on Friday.
They continue to win.
Yep.
Pedroia is having a fantastic year for the Red Sox.
Molina drives one out to right. Hamilton going back near the wall makes the catch. 1 out. In St. Louis in the summertime, perhaps.
Yes.
Here, not so much. Take a look at those starters brought to you by Chevron.
And Wainwright, 2.22 ERA, 11 wins. National League Pitcher of the Month for the month of June, going up against Joe Blanton, coming off a very solid game. Last couple of games for Blanton, 2-10 for Joe. Some decent numbers overall in his career versus St. Louis, 3-2. ERA in the 4s. Sinker ball specialist right there in Adam Wainwright.
Adams looks at the strike. Adams 0 for 2, twice is grounded out sharply to first base. Trouble playing in. Just in front of the base runner Alan Craig. Adams twice has hit the ball hard to first base. Yeah. Like a goalie over there now.
You know, Mark's out in front there, making sure he's in position to be able to feel one of those rockets at him. Adams doesn't get cheated swinging the bat, that's for sure.
This one rolled to second. Should be 2. Kendrick Daibar for 1. Relay to first. Low throw. Trumbull can't handle it. Well, Eric really rushed that throw. Had some time with Adams getting down the line. It's a fielder's choice. 2 outs.
A long flip from Howie. Plenty of time because Craig wasn't in the vicinity to be able to take him out at that point, but a low throw. Unable to complete the double play.
David Freese, the batter. DH looks at an off-speed pitch for a strike. He's grounded out, picked up an RBI. He's singled and scored and has walked. 1 for 2 tonight. St. Louis opening up the scoring in the second inning with 7 runs, tacked on a run in the third, 2 in the fifth. Lone 2 runs for the Angels coming in the bottom of the second. Hank Conger with his 5th home run of the year. Liner to second, and the inning comes to an end. Cardinals lead at 10-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. (10-2). Cardinals on top. Shelby Miller back to work. He'll face Hamilton, Kendrick, and Trumbo for the Angels here in the 6th inning. And the first one's a fastball in for a strike. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 4 hits allowed by Miller, who has been very, very good tonight. Hamilton struck out in the first inning, drew a walk into third. 0 for 1. Lines one to right field, a base hit. Jumped on that high fastball. Extends the hitting streak.
Yeah, good swing from Hamilton. Take a look at our Carl's Jr. Sports update around Major League Baseball. Max Scherzer goes for lucky 13 and got it. 13-0 to start the season for the Tigers. Trade wire heating up. Number of pitchers possibly available, including Bud Norris down in Houston. Max Scherzer 13-0 with the ERA 3.09, so he's getting some pretty good offensive support. 139 strikeouts for him in 116 2/3 innings pitched this year.
Ricky Nolasco's also, his name's been mentioned. He had a pretty good outing today for the Fish. And Max Scherzer's just, to me, it's got to be Scherzer, Matt Harvey to start the All-Star game. Kendrick fouls it off to the right, 0-2.
And I think Puig's got to make the All-Star game too for the National League.
Left the game today due to an injury.
He ran into the wall. He definitely plays extremely aggressive in the outfield.
Anybody check the wall?
I'm sure that's not up anymore. It's got to be knocked down.
Now he fouls it off again.
So what do you feel about that conversation about the All-Star game?
About Puig?
Yeah. I'm about what you do in the first half. That's what the All-Star game is about. It's not what you've done in the past.
Did we not have this conversation a year ago about Bryce Harper?
And even Mike Trout, because he came up at the end of April.
Right.
They were the best players in the first half.
And the argument last year was, well, if you're trying to promote baseball and market the game of baseball, those two guys have to be in the All-Star game. Now he again fouls it back. That was a missile back. Nice catch too, by the way. Donnie Hill is sitting over there, by the way, which just went right over his head. Thankfully, it went over his head.
Yeah, you don't want to mess up his golf swing, that's for sure.
Kevin Segras getting ready. But back to that whole Puig point, you know, more than likely will be up to the, unless the players somehow vote him on, more than likely be the last man voting or whatever they call it now.
Yeah, if it does that, there's no question he's going to get voted in. You know,
yeah.
Bruce Bochy's going to pick him anyhow, I would think. What he did in the month of June, although he said he's...
Yeah, Boch said no.
He better change his mind because they're going into town there to San Francisco.
Bochy might even listen to one of his advisors, say Jonathan Papelbon. That's up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. What's going on with Papelbon all of a sudden popping off about everything?
He should just stay back there and try to close some games for the Phillies.
Yeah, I don't think he's a fan of Puig getting to the All-Star game.
What do you have, 44 hits in the month of June? National League Player of the Month.
2-2 to Howard. Breaking pitch, lays off, full count. It's good
just
for
behind
baseball.
DiMaggio as far as all-time hits in a month for a rookie.
It's good for baseball. You get all of these young players coming up. I mean, last year Machado and Harper and Trout, Puig this year. Back in 09, it was Andrew McCutchen was this dynamic player for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and look what he's evolved into. 3-2. Kendrick fouls it off again.
I'll tell you what, there's some really, really, really good young players.
Yeah, really young.
Yes, I mean, usually when you think about 23, 24 coming to the major league level, but these are youngsters that are 20, 21 years old, putting up unbelievable numbers. Talking about Ted Williams, Joe DiMaggio, Pete Rose, all the greats of the game. And these guys, these young players, are being compared to them.
(3-2). Fouled back. Good at bat for Howard. 96th pitch of the night for Shelby Miller. The other thing that's changed too, because of how young these kids have been, and specifically Machado, Harper, and Trout. That can't miss prospect title has kind of changed a little bit. It's kind of elevated a little bit, has it not?
You think?
This one lined towards center field. John Jay coming on and makes the basket catch. 1 out.
Well, nice at bat for Howie. Hits the ball well again. We're talking about his out even being loud. That was hit well. John Jay came in to make the play. So far, so good for Shelby Miller. 6 strikeouts. We heard a lot about him. 97 pitches thrown, a couple of walks. And he leads Major League Baseball as far as rookies with wins at 8.
Trouble looks at a strike. Mark's 0 for 2. A couple of fly ball outs tonight.
He creates such great downward action with his fastball. Miller does. Keeps his shoulders level and works downhill, gets his arm up at a great arm angle.
Oh, 2. Breaking ball down low, gets by Molina, but Hamilton not going anywhere at first. 100 pitches now thrown by the young right-handed. Certainly has bounced back after a rough outing against the Oakland A's the last time out.
When like his last inning here, Mike Matheny's always going to try to make sure he's protective of his young arms.
The 1-2. Almost fouls this one back. Heads up.
That's something we generally don't want, as a foul ball up here from Mark Trumbo.
That ball got back up in the booth in a hurry. Sharply hit toward short. Cosma feeds Carpenter for one. Over to first, inning-ending double play. We've now played 6 here at the Big A. 10-2, St. Louis on top. We're on the driver's side. Rethink possible. And by 76, we're on the driver's side. Back out here at the Big A, Shelby Miller more than likely done for tonight. 102 pitches, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, and Adam Wainwright down there and gave him a big old hug.
He's the new leader of this pitching staff right now.
Brad Hopp is the new right fielder, taking over for Josh Hamilton. Looks like Brendan Harris is the new shortstop. There's Colin Cowgill in center. And there's Brendan. Some changes for the Angels as we start this 7th inning. Billy Buckner back out. He'll deliver a strike. Descalso, 2 for 2. Loops this one out toward left. J.B. Shuck is there. 1 out. Up steps Pete Cosma, the shortstop. Oh, he's 0 for 3. Cosmo strike out, a double play ball and a fly ball to center.
Boy, curveball followed up with a changeup for Buckner.
One on the way. This one out towards center field. Cowgill, a little bit of a late jump, is able to track it down though. Good speed, good closing speed. 2 outs.
Yeah, he's always been a guy with a lot of energy out in the outfield, covers some serious ground. We saw him make some plays for Oakland in the past. He's playing Kozma to hit the ball to right center field, tracked it down, runs it up just as he gets to the warning track.
Peter Bourjos looking on the disabled list. They're saying 2 to 3 weeks, perhaps. Non-displaced fracture of that right wrist. Carpenter takes outside. He's 2 for 4 tonight. 2 RBIs, a single and a double, 2 runs scored. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the 7th. St. Louis with a 10-2 lead, and that is hit well and deep to right. Hop back at the wall, and it's 11-2 lead. Matt Carpenter with a 3-hit game. That's his 8th home run of the season. A 3 RBI night, so he's got 35 runs batted in, and now a triple shy of the cycle.
We talked about his extra base capabilities at the leadoff spot. And a great story for the Cardinals. The other Carpenter, not Chris Carpenter, but Matt Carpenter doing his job. A couple more extra base hits. Well, it was up in the strike zone, and he didn't miss that pitch.
Product of TCU. You're right, he's done a nice job in that leadoff spot. John Jay homered back in the 2nd inning. Has an 0-2 count. He is 2 for 4. 3 runs batted in for him. 11-2 Cardinals here in the 7th. Bouncer to short. Brendan Harris is there. And the inning comes to an end. St. Louis tacks on a run on the Carpenter home run. It's the 11-2 Cards heading to the bottom of the 7th. your favorite World Series Game 6 home run. It's Scott Spiezio's back in 2002. Right here at the Big A, and leading the voting at 54%. Joe Carter at 29%, and David Freese is at 17%. We will ask the question once again tomorrow, and we will give you the final answer. New right fielder for the St. Louis Cardinals, Shane Robinson, takes over out there for Carlos Beltran.
I think Spiezio could run out from right field after the final tally tomorrow night.
Kevin Segras takes over on the mound for Miller. 10 scoreless innings in his career. Made his debut on June the 6th. 13 punch outs, 2 hits, and 3 walks.
He's got a good fastball himself. He's 92 to 96.
Callaspo looks at a strike. Callaspo, Conger, and Hop for the Angels here in the 7th. Alberto has drawn a walk and has struck out. Bouncer back to the mound. Segras spins around. 1 away. The only scoring in the game for the Angels, back in the 2nd off the bat of Hank Conger.
Shelby Miller got that breaking ball up in the strike zone, and Hank Conger made him pay for that. Good balance, able to get through the baseball and hits it out for his 5th home run of the season.
He'll step up and bat from the right side now with 1 out here in the 7th. Nobody on. 0-1 count. Miller, by the way, went 6 innings tonight, 5 hits, including the Conger home run, 2 runs earned, 6 punch outs and 2 walks for him. One ball, 1 strike. .96 miles per hour. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Segras is 23 years of age. He's going to turn 24 here in a couple of weeks. 41st round pick in 2007.
It's pretty good scouting.
No doubt. Out of Palm Beach Community College. Grew up in Wellington, Florida.
A lefty thrown 92 to 96, even 97. Got a pretty good slider and occasional changeup also.
Foul back. Full count now. A starter throughout his career in the minor leagues for the most part. 69 games, 49 starts prior to this year. .65, listed at 215. .32. Conger fouls it back. Good rip at that one. Hank from the right side this year, just 1 for 13.
That's a pretty good swing on that fastball, though, from the right side from Hank Conger.
And he got him with a high fastball, 2 down. Hey, swing for the fences with a new Home Run Derby mobile game from MLB.com. Available on iPhone and iPad. You can download it free today.
Talk about Yadier Molina doing such a good job with all these young power arms, not even from whether it's the bullpen or on the starting staff. And Yadier's brother Benji, former Angel World Series champ, part of the coaching staff for Mike Matheny. Knows a little bit about catching. Very quiet hands behind the plate. Very good throwing arm. Very good on that back pick to first base also.
Hop looks at a strike. It's 0-2. Brad, a defensive replacement for Hamilton last half inning. It's good to see Benji come here last year.
Yeah, remember we had a conversation. You could tell at some point he was going to be a member of a coaching staff. Just knew the game so well. Great personality. He's been a winner. winner wherever he has been.
Jose still with Tampa Bay Rays. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's no action in the Angels bullpen, so it looks like it's up to Billy Buckner to finish this one off. Game that kind of got out of hand in the second inning. Jerome Williams giving up 7 runs in an inning and 2/3 tonight. Full count now.
And Segras was drafted in the 41st round. That's some free and easy 97.
And the Angels go down in order here in the 7th. We will head to the 8th. Cardinals leading at 11-2.
Big for the Halos. Today, the second inning big for the Cardinals. Extra base capability. John Jay, fastball down and away, hits ball to dead center field. Mike Trout almost robs him of a home run, but off the glove and out of the ballpark. The Angels scoring all in one swing from Hank Conger, a 2-run home run himself in the second inning. The Cardinals lead this one 11-2 in the top of the 8th inning. Mike Matheny's club swinging the bat exceptionally well here tonight.
Shane Robinson ready to lead things off. Came on as a defensive replacement for Carlos Beltran. Billy Buckner delivers a strike. Robinson, 53 games for him this year, .217 average, has a double, a couple home runs, and 8 runs batted in. Beltran, by the way, finishes this ball game going 0 for 3, including a walk. Matt Holliday has come out to the on-deck circle. Looks like he'll be pinch hitting for Alan Craig. Must be feeling much better. Breaking ball catches the corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sorry, not Matt Holliday down on the on-deck circle. Ty Wigginton's come out there. Holliday's been dealing with a sore neck the last couple of days. Here's Ty. And a walk to lead off this 8th inning. Stick around after the game. Angels Live post game presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Michael Leaves and Jose Mota will break it all down.
Wigginton fouls this one back. Sent him off the shin guard of Hank Conger. Wigginton's been around a long time. Veteran. 45 games this year with the Cardinals. A 164 average. He's 3 runs batted in. 0-2 now.
With most National League clubs, you need that bench. You need that presence coming off the bench, especially when you go to pinch hit for pitchers, double switches during the course of a game.
Oh, 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chavo, of course, playing behind Robinson at first base. Swing and a miss. Down goes Wigginton. There is out number 1.
Out in front of that all-speed pitch. Buckner's got a real good changeup. His curveball's.
Buckner's gone 2 2/3 so far. A couple of strikeouts, a walk. 2 hits allowed. Gave up the home run to Carpenter in the 7th. 1-0. That's a strike. Molina 2 for 3. A couple of singles, an RBI, a walk, and a fly ball to right field. His average now up to 350. Leading the National League. This one pulled, and that's a 3-hit game for Molina. Inside part of the plate. So 2 on and 1 out now. Matt Adams coming up. Adams 0 for 3. Did walk and score in that 7-run second inning for St. Louis. Oh, 1 count. 12 hits tonight for St. Louis, 5 for the Angels. Cards have stranded 6. The Angels have left 4 on. Foul at the plate. Tomorrow night, 6:05 start here at the Big A. Joe Blanton going up against Adam Wainwright.
4th of July.
One and 2 now. A couple of night games, really 3 night games. The Sunday game against the Red Sox. Remember, it's a 5:05 start now.
More likely to be Jared Weaver starting that game.
So Sunday night baseball. Adams takes inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And still don't know who's going to start on Saturday.
Yeah, C.J. Wilson, Friday's game. Yeah, we were thinking Garrett Richards, Billy Buckner, both in the game here tonight.
Keep you guessing.
Yes, indeed.
Buckner's thrown a lot of pitches tonight. This one's fouled back. That was his 46th. That's a spot vacated by Tommy Hanson being on the disabled list.
Talked to Tommy Hanson earlier today, saying feel much, much better.
And it's the only start that you'll need because of the off days coming up. Off day on Monday, off day on Thursday next week.
Then the All-Star break.
The All-Star break.
Then Mike Scioscia can get that rotation set up, start the second half.
Full count now. One out here in the 8th. Couple of men on for St. Louis. Tony Cruz is on deck. He'll be batting for David Freese. This is sharply hit into the alley right center field. Calgill cuts it off. Robinson comes in to score. 12-2 St. Louis. Leadoff walks come back to haunt. There's been a lot of walks in this ball game.
7.
Four of them have scored.
This Cardinal club has some depth in their lineup and off the bench.
Adams picks up his 21st RBI. Molina at second now. There's Matt Holliday. Cruz a 152 batting average in 18 games this year. A couple of doubles, 4 runs batted in. David Freese, the DH, finished up going 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored in the third. Rough night for Angels pitchers, to say the least. This one's out toward the alley in right center field. Calgo got a good jump on this one. Tracks it down for out number 2.
Calgill does get a great jump. Very aggressive. Prides himself on the defensive end also.
Scalzo pulls it foul. 0-1 count on the Cards' third baseman. A couple of hits for him tonight. 2 RBIs, double in the second inning. A single in the third. 2 for 3 overall. That game at the Coliseum in Oakland is now a final. The Cubs defeated the A's 3-1. Lost tonight. The Angels won't lose any ground. Still 8.5 back, or would be 8.5 back should this score hold up. Conger's going to go out and talk things over with Buckman. Billy Stone, 52 pitches, 34 have been strikes.
You knew it was going to be a difficult task with Shelby Miller on the hill, and the Cardinals have played so well on the road coming in this game. 27-17. 27 wins on the road is the most in the majors.
This one's out toward right center field again. Calgill coming on, and he will make the diving catch to end the inning.
Man, that's some energy out in center field.
No doubt. Cardinals add a run as we head to the bottom of the 8th here at the Big A. Angels down 12-2.
101 punch-outs this season. You can see why. Great fastball upstairs, and then started utilizing his curveball and hard slider. Gets him swing and miss. 6 punch-outs during the course of his 6 innings pitched. Electric fastball there to get Eric Aybar swinging. 97-mile-an-hour fastball for Shelby.
Shelby Miller with 6 innings, 6 punch-outs, 2 walks. Jerome Williams tonight, 7 runs in an inning and 2/3, 4 walks and 2 strikeouts. This after a 10-pitch first inning in which he retired the side in order with a couple of groundouts and a strikeout. Wheels came off for him, to say the least, in the 2nd inning. New pitcher on for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's Keith Butler, a right-hander, taking over for Segrist, who had a 1-2-3 7th inning, including a couple of punch-outs. His major league debut on June the 1st.
Not necessarily overpowering with his fastball. 89-94 curveball and a very good changeup. Throws a lot of the changeups.
24th round selection back in 2009. At a Wabash Valley Community College.
Well, that's back-to-back pitchers they get out of community college. It's a pretty good scouting.
Butler out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. 2-0 pitch, J.B. Shuck. Looks at a strike, 2-1. Shuck tonight 1 for 3. Had an infield base hit in the 5th inning as he fouls this one off. Back to the left. Two balls, 2 strikes now. And Shuck hits one out toward right field. Robinson giving chase, steps onto the warning track and tracks it down for the first out. One out here, and Brendan Harris will come up.
JB looking for that first career major league home run. Almost got that one to the wall in right center field. Hit well.
Harris a .214 average. Takes outside. It's 4 doubles, 3 triples, pardon me, 3 home runs. 7 runs batted in. Mentioned the A's lost tonight. Bartolo Colon's 8-game winning streak came to an end tonight. First loss since May the 9th for him, his 3rd of the season.
Matt Harvey lose that game in New York also against the Diamondbacks, possibly.
They had some rain there. Rain throughout a lot of places. Kansas City just got delayed.
And they had a long delay to start the game.
I think they're having a delay now. I think some lights went off at Kauffman Stadium as well.
Yeah, it's the 6th inning. And delayed once again.
Three and 1.
And big day for CC Sabathia. Won his 200th career game for the Yankees tonight against the Minnesota Twins.
Foul back. Full count now. This one down the line. Adams giving chase, as is Robinson, and it falls into foul territory. So Brennan will head back to the plate area. Pujols on deck, so serving as DH. No action in the Angels bullpen, so Buckner will be coming out for the 9th. 9-1-2 due up for the Cards. This is sharply hit, and Matt Carpenter with a nice ground to his left. The one hopper throws out Harris for out number 2.
The baseball was in the outfield grass. A great all-around game for Carpenter tonight. Single double home run and a nice defensive play here. Brandon Harris looked like he was going to get a base hit. Instead, fields it, throws him out at first. It's a good range for him there.
Two outs, nobody on for Albert. Albert pops it up. Shallow right. Carpenter going out. Robinson coming in. Robinson calls off Carpenter, and we will head to the 9th here at the Big A with St. Louis leading this one 12-2. Midsummer Classic returns to New York with home field advantage for the World Series on the line. It's the 2013 Major League Baseball All-Star Game live from New York, July 16th, only on Fox. Top of the 9th, all Cardinals tonight, 12-2. They lead it. They will have 9-1-2 coming up against Billy Buckner, who's gone 3 1/3 so far in relief. Joe Williams been inning in 2/3. Garrett Richards 2. Michael Roth 1. And Buckner to finish this one off. And Cosmo fouls off the first one. It's an 0-1 count. One ball, one strike. Cosmos 0 for 4 tonight. Strikeout. Ground down into a double play and a couple of fly ball outs.
He now has thrown 56 pitches in the game.
Well, if that was the triumvirate of which you were going to choose from to get to start on Saturday, all three guys struggled at times tonight. But Garrett certainly did. Michael Roth just couldn't throw strikes. And Buckner has given you 3+ innings of relief and a lot of off-speed pitches. He's given up 2 runs in those 3+ innings, but for the most part has kept this offense in check. And that's saying a lot considering you've got 13 hits on the board for St. Louis.
That being said, I think if I'm Mike Scioscia, I'm leaning towards Garrett Richards, especially against a lineup like the Red Sox. He gets on a roll. Yeah, big thing for confidence for Garrett Richards. He's got no-hit type stuff every time he takes them out. When he's aggressive with his fastball, then I think he has to utilize his slider and curveball during the course of the game also.
All right. That said, though, when you look at the time frame and the off days and the like, do you like having Garrett be the guy that's going to start that one day and then go back to the bullpen? Whereas Buckner, the veteran, can kind of swing back and forth and has done it more so.
I think
just
because,
out of curiosity.
Yeah, I'm thinking in terms of where the Angels are situated here in the first half. An opportunity with some wins here, the rest of this homestand, and go off on the road. You want to be at 500 if you can. So I think having Garrett in your rotation gives you a good chance to win that game against Boston, especially because he's so good as far as keeping the ball down in the strike zone when he gets in a rhythm. So that's who, even if Mike Scioscia does move him back when Tommy Hanson and Jason Vargas get back in the rotation, you have to think in terms of you have to win every game at this point to get back to that 500 mark and get back into contention.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Matt Carpenter's had a big game tonight. Triple shy of the cycle. 3 runs batted in. Home run that he hit in the 7th was off Buckner, his 8th of the year. Off speed, rolled foul. Still at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Loss tonight would snap the Angels' 7-game winning streak. Adam Wainwright, Joe Blanton will go at it tomorrow. Shelby Miller was as advertised tonight. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 6 innings. 2-2.
Well, he has a shot at making the All-Star game himself. In position now to win his 9th game of the year. ERA in the 2s.
Full count. That's out towards center field. Calgill got a good jump on that one.
Well, he's got some coverage in the outfield. Again, going back on the baseball so well, never takes his eye off the baseball, gets back to the warning track, runs it down. His 3rd really good play in center field. Speaking of coverage in center field, Peter Bourjos was still reflecting on that play he made in Baltimore. Pretty good chance that might be the play of the year. Josh Hamilton made some great plays out, especially in Houston. Joe Blanton was very thankful for those plays.
Ball and a strike on John Jay. He's had a couple of hits tonight. Fouls this one back. 1-2.
Well, we said that coming into the season with this outfield and the speed they have and athleticism in the outfield for the Angels. If you keep it even close to the wall in center field, right field, or left field, it's got a chance of being caught.
Interesting thing about the Jay home run in the 2nd inning, that if Trout does come up with it, the inning ends and it's a 4-0 lead for St. Louis.
Different ball game.
Changes the game a little bit. Full count now. But as it was, it went over. Jerome then walked Carlos Beltran, walked Alan Craig, and then he was done. (3-2) in the air to left. J.B. Shuck moving to his right. And we will head to the bottom of the 9th inning here at the Big A, and the Angels down by 10.
the ninth inning. Halos have 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Calgill, Kendrick, and Trumbo. Colin Calgill getting his first plate appearance as an Angel. Done a nice job the last couple of innings defensively out in center field.
He's definitely loose, going for some of those fly balls both in and behind him.
180 batting average this year with the New York Mets. Butler's first one's outside. Pops this one up behind the plate. Cruz, the catcher, puts it away. For out number 1. Brings up Howie Kendrick. Howie tonight 0 for 3. Couple of strikeouts and a fly ball to center. More of a line drive to center. Jay making the catch on it. That was in the 6th inning. St. Louis with 12 runs, 13 hits. They've left 8 men on base. The Halos with 2 runs. One swing of the bat by Hank Conger back into second. 2-run shot for him, his 5th of the year. Angels overall with 5 hits tonight as Kendrick hits this one out to right. Robinson is there. 2 outs.
Goes to show you the importance of starting pitching. When your staff goes away for a game like that, all of a sudden you fall behind. You're facing a very good young arm in Shelby Miller. It was very difficult for the Angels to come back, although made a little noise in the 2nd and 3rd inning. But then Shelby Miller came through after that. At that point, started to settle in as the lead got bigger for him.
Trumbo takes inside. Marco for 3 tonight. 6:05 start tomorrow. Angels live pregame will kick things off at 5:30. Fireworks after the game. This one pulled down the line, and Trumbo's going to get an extra base hit here. From a base runner standpoint, just the 2nd guy to reach second base tonight. Trumbo picks up his 17th of the year. Double, that is. And Kayasma will come to the plate. Matheny is out to the mound here. Like a pitching change. In a 12-2 game, we've got ourselves a pitching change. We're in the 9th. outs and a man at second base, and a move that would make former Cardinals manager Tony La Russa certainly very happy. Randy Choate now in the game to face Alberto Callaspo to spin him around to bat for the right side. Choate pitching in his 30th game, a 1-0 mark and a 2.04 ERA.
17 2/3 innings pitched, 11 punch outs, 5 walks. Jones only hitting 206 versus Choate.
Callaspo tonight, a walk, a strikeout, and a bouncer back to the mound. It's Choate. It's Alberto to swing through the changeup. Choate's been around a long time as Callaspo hits one over to Cosmo. Over to first, and the Cardinals take game 2. The big second inning. 7 runs in that second. Extend their lead later on in the ballgame, making a 12-2 victory over the Angels.
Well, just like the Angels the night before in the second inning when they got 5 runs on 6 hits. The Cards put some good swings together. Jerome Williams, all of a sudden that command of the strike zone went away from him after a very solid first inning in this Cardinal club. Showing why they're at the top as far as the offense with 12 runs, 13 hits.
Shelby Miller picks up the win. He is now 9-6 on the year. Jerome Williams takes a loss, 5-4. Joe Blanton, Adam Wainwright tomorrow night at 6:05. Stick around. Angels live postgame with Michael Leaves, Jose Modas coming up next.